And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
All right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. We're back at it again, Glenn. Game 2 of all the wild cards today. It's all tied up in Cleveland. Cleveland was able to pull out the win today. They had a monstrous bottom of the eighth, able to score 5 runs. They beat the Detroit Tigers 6-1. How about that? Both pitchers didn't go very deep. Casey Mize, I think, went 3 innings. Tanner Bibee went 4 2/3. Lot of bullpen usage today.
Dude, 11 pitchers used in that game. 11, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I've come to expect, though. That's what happens in the postseason. And unless you get a guy who can go deep, I mean, I think there are guys who've had opportunities in recent playoff years to go deep. But for some reason, it's like Bob Melvin pulling Cy Tang out after, he gave up a hit. Gave up a hit, Eric. Got to pull him out. I don't know, man. Sometimes they got trigger finger in the playoffs.
They do. I'll tell you what. Let's see. Tigers, they used 4 out of the bullpen. Stephen Vogt used 5. So they ain't messing around, man. Any hint of any type of scuffling, they're going straight to the bullpen. Is it going to work? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We'll see how it pans out. Yesterday, it worked for the Cubs because they went. What was that? 4 1/3. I think that they're. Was it 4 1/3 or 4 2/3 of bullpen usage from the Cubs yesterday? Today there was a lot. What is it? Let's see what the Guardians did. So if he went, there you go. They used quite a bit of. One, you got Sabrowski went an inning, Smith went an inning and a third. Everyone else went 2/3 of an inning. So you got bullpen usage. And then look, Cade Smith, it wasn't easy. He wound up, I think, throwing over 30 pitches. So is he going to be available tomorrow? Because tomorrow, win or go home for both teams. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be available. I'm guessing everybody. It's the playoffs. You got to go. You can't sit there and not do anything. And look, it was a low-scoring affair all the way up into the 8th inning. It was 1-1 forever. Not a whole lot of hitting going on. As a matter of fact, what was the total hits today? Detroit had 7 hits, 1 run on 7 hits. Cleveland, 6 runs on only 6 hits. And majority of those hits came in the bottom of the 8th. You had a homer, you had 2 doubles, and another homer. Mm-hmm. So you had 4 hits alone just there in the 8th inning. So they only had 2 hits altogether. I'll give
you my take on it, Eric, and I'll get yours in response. I equate going to the bullpen because I often talk because I've got a background in hockey. If you go to a shootout and it's extended, so usually you get 4 or 5 shooters. And if it's extended, you can only use it, same as baseball. You go to the bullpen, you take your bullpen pitcher out, and he ain't coming back, right? Mm-hmm. Well, what happens when you go deeper and deeper and deeper into the shootout? All of a sudden you're going,
I ain't got nothing left.
Geez, I got Eric going in now. So my feeling is dude, there's different philosophies, but I just have this feeling that the more usage, you must have a hell of an effort out of your bullpen from each and every player. And you must respect your bullpen pitchers. I mean, to go out and give them the leverage like this, all of those pitchers go in postseason. And I just feel sooner or later, the more you use, somebody won't deliver.
Yeah, I know. That's the chance you take.
And again, I'll go back to trigger finger. I think that sometimes there's nothing worse for me. And let's say it's a team I'm rooting against, Derek, which isn't really necessarily the case this postseason, but a team I'm rooting against. So I just look at it from a managerial point of view when I'm watching these postseason games. Yeah. And I'm watching how it plays out. And I go, what is he? Like, what? I would love to be the guy in the media corps to ask the question, what were you thinking? Like, what was your reasoning? When a guy's throwing, guy's got a perfect game in the 4th. Going to the bullpen. Like, what? He did not give you any he didn't bring any baggage to the game. I mean, he's rocking, he's dealing. And again, we saw yesterday, different in that Tiger game, different philosophy. Look at 14 strikeouts. You weren't taking him out, right?
Right. Exactly.
Imagine the guy's got 10 strikeouts. fourth inning, he's given up one hit. You're out. You're out. We're getting you out of here. Yeah, I just feel managers overmanage at times, Eric. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, it is, and we talked about it last night. Me and you talked about it numerous times on the numerous post games. We did 4 post games, and then when Jalal come out, we're kind of talking about analytics and the way that the game is, and it's just, unfortunately, as far as much as you would like to see that starting pitcher go to distance, right? It's a little different now. Now it's going to the bullpen is not uncommon anymore. And what I mean by going to the bullpen early, very early. I mean, like I said, they might have had this plan because Horton, who came in after Casey Mize, he went 2 1/3 innings. So it almost sounds like they had this kind of game plan where, okay, Casey, you're going to go maybe 3-4. Horton, you're going to come in maybe, I don't know. Honestly, or maybe Mize was just feeling it a little bit. Who knows? Again, you're going to have to listen to post-game commentary from both managers on why they decided to make the moves that they did. But yeah,
but oftentimes it's the line. Like today, like you say, maybe there was some reasoning behind it. Maybe it was a game plan. Maybe he goes, I'm not feeling it. But the Mize line,
yeah.
3 innings, he gave up a hit. I know he gave up the run. I mean, it was earned. Credit to Cleveland. He walked a couple and he had a strikeout. He gave up 1 hit. It was a home run. And all of a sudden the chaos ensues. Oh my God, we got to go to the pen. And you know what? In my opinion, you start pulling that shenanigan in the postseason, Eric, you're running out 4 and 5 and 6 relief pitcher. You're overdue to crash.
Yeah. And here's another thing too. And maybe it's trying to keep the other team off balance. Look, you can't, right? You can't game plan because if you got a new pitcher coming in every time, it's hard to get quote unquote the book on them because you got the players are going to talk and saying, hey, this is what this guy got. But by the time they come back around again, well, the guy's gone, and you got that you're kind of playing tricks, so to speak, where you're playing with the minds because you can't get to them because there's not that consistency where, okay, this guy's consistently throwing this, his out pitch is this, whatever it may be. So
I understand that, Eric.
Matters on time. Yeah.
But you and I watch a full season of ball. I mean, even when the Giants have an off day, I'm watching something. We watch ball all baseball season long. You and I are in there for the preseason, the regular season, the postseason. Tell me this, Eric. Tell me this, and this is my reasoning. How many games have you, and we've even discussed it, Eric, so I'm not going to pull any rug out from you. This is something we have discussed. How many times have you seen a pitcher and he's thrown a great game, and let's say, well, he's getting close to his max outing for that day. He's at 80 pitches. Well, all of a sudden, there's no more Tim Lincecums who can throw 154 pitchers. Everybody got to go, he's got to throw 78, and that's total. How many times have you seen a team, Eric, holding a 2-0 lead, 7th or 8th inning, they take out the pitcher because it's baseball. That's what we got to do. And they're in total control. And what do, Eric? They lose.
Yep. Yeah, and I see Armand, I see Rob. I'm looking at it on game day. Manny Machado, 2-run shot to left field, 400 feet plus. So the San Diego Padres up on the Cubs, 3-0. So it looks like they're getting a little revenge. A lot of baseball still left. We're only in the top of the 5th. Let's see if Chicago can do it. Hey, Dylan Cease having a pretty good Dylan Cease is having a decent game, right? He's only allowed he's allowed no runs. I'm sorry. What has the Cubs done? They've only gotten 3 hits off of him. So,
hey, Cease, and one other note, we're talking about that Cub game now, Eric. Again, this is only game 2 of your postseason, and you're already freaking playing games. Kittredge gets the start. What does he do? Gives up a run in the first inning, Eric.
Yeah.
Then you got Imanaga. Now he's given up 2 runs. You start playing, dude, you're playing games.
Well, they did that, and I know why they did that. Greg Council's doing this because the top of the lineup, right? Let's see. What's the top of the lineup for the Padres today? It is Tatis, Arias, and Machado. So you got 2 big righties in there. So they wanted Kittredge to take care of those guys. So then when Imanaga comes in the second inning, he takes the rest. So basically, you're just getting fancy. So because Imanaga is a lefty, doesn't have to face those two big righties. Because look what happened. Machado off of Imanaga hits a freaking 2-run shot. So that's, I think, what counts. Again, it's strategy. You could agree with it, disagree with it. I don't like it. If you're going to go with your guy, go with your guy. Right?
Can you imagine, Eric, watching baseball? We were younger doing this show. We'd look a lot more handsome, I'm sure. But if we were back, 30 years ago doing this show, and I said to you, Eric, Kittredge got the start. He threw an inning. It was a little tough. Okay, now they're bringing in Nolan Ryan. Now they're going to bring in Ryan. Why did they not start Ryan, Eric?
Right.
Well, analytics.
Right.
Stupid analytics, Eric. I'm telling you, teams that go to the well with analytics deserve to lose, in my opinion.
Well, and look, and I said this, it's part of the game. Use it as a tool. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to sit there because there's value to it, but you use it as a tool. That's all I'm saying. Mentor Mac donates $10. My step grandfather back in the day told me he would hop on I don't know what they attacking. I'm guessing that has to do with the railroad, right? In Hagerstown, right out to Detroit to watch Al Kaline to play. Look at that.
The late Al Kaline. He was a good
How
player.
about that?
And he was in the broadcast booth, too, for quite a while.
Right, exactly. Long-time Tiger, right?
I miss that little Tiger Stadium. You know what? There's a lot of cookie. That's another thing, man. I'm kind of souring on ball lately. All the stadiums, to me, every time I tune in these games, and we're seeing a lot of stadiums that don't pay a whole lot of attention to, and I'm watching the game in Cleveland or watching the game in Detroit. What happened to every stadium, like Chicago, like Fenway? To some degree, Oracle, and they've designed it that way, kind of old school with the 415, the area code, center field.
Camden Yards is the same. It's got that throwback.
Cookie cutter, Eric. Every dome stadium to me looks the same.
Yeah.
Where's the uniqueness of baseball?
I tell you what, every time when I look at Tiger Stadium, it always reminds me back in the Looney Tunes. I'd watch Looney Tunes. You remember that the show about baseball, and that guy is sitting right behind the steel pillar the whole game, right? And it was a great game. He misses it, and at the end he goes nuts and tears everything. That's kind of what that reminds me of. It reminds me of you may have a steel girder in front of your seat where you miss a lot of the play.
You kind of look like him, too. You ever notice in those? They always had them like they were like square cardboard cutouts on the show.
Yeah.
Hey, Armand.
Thanks, mentor.
Armand's coming in saying, hey, it is what it is. Every team uses it. Armand, your team used it, and where are they? Sorry, but...
Well, they couldn't use analytics. They just didn't have starting pitching. That's the problem. They had no starting pitching, and they should have went out and got some at the trade deadline, but they didn't. They failed.
Oh, my God. See, here we go, Eric. Here we go.
They pulled Cease.
Cease is out.
Well, let's see. How many pitches is he at? Gosh, hold on. Let me see. Padres.
San Diego. Cease.
69 pitches. See?
No runs on 3 hits. Was his arm?
I know why.
Eric, I don't know.
You know why? It's because San Diego has got that incredible. You get the lead with San Diego, they got a pretty damn good bullpen. And a lot of times it's going to be locked down. Now, again, it's the playoffs. Things are different in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they used the pen quite extensively yesterday, Eric.
Yes, they did.
I just think that I think that too many teams take the approach that Bob Melvin had. You take him out too early or take him out too late. It's one.
I don't. Here, hold on. Let's see. Where was he on this? Cease, 69 pitches, 46 of them for strikes. Well, there you go. Dansby Swanson strikes out swinging. Maury Hahn.
One of the reasons why I have kind of soured on analytics, and you know what, Eric, I always say use it as the tool. It shouldn't be the be-all and end-all. And look at what's crossed out up there on our show. Giants Sports Talk Live. When you follow the Giants on a regular basis and you're a fan of the club, you will quickly sour on analytics.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Crisis says that he had a laborious fourth inning. How many pitches did he throw in the fourth, Crisis? That could be part of it. Look, if he's getting towards the end and if he had to throw like 20 plus pitches, Usually it's more than that. If you went 25 plus, well, then maybe it was just too much. So they said, okay, going to go to the bullpen. What's up, 49er? So maybe that was the whole reason. But again, Guardians, they're still alive. The series tied 1-1. That means tomorrow will be a game 3, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, they hit the bullpen hard, so big 8th inning.
I wonder who's going to start here. It
was the 8th, right? Let me double check that. Yeah, it was the 8th inning.
I'm interested.
Yeah,
Schedule.
5 runs.
I wonder if they have the starting pitcher yet.
For tomorrow's games, you want me to check?
Jack Flaherty for Detroit and Slade Ciccone going for Cleveland.
Yep.
And
And don't forget, Schittler goes tomorrow. Daryl Schittler. Schittler goes tomorrow for the Yankees. That's going to be the game. I think the game of the day. I don't think the Dodgers are going to have any problem, even against Abbott. He's 10-7. The Dodgers are just too much meat in the bone. I think, and yesterday to you, Eric, I believe I said, I'll watch it. Should be a good game. I'm enthralled. I'm intrigued by this Yankee-Boston game today.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one that's on my list, man.
And
I gotta watch that one.
As much, Eric, when we do this show, and maybe we come across to the fans and the chat, those who tune in, even on the replays, it's like when I listen to WFAN, and I was listening to them, they did like a 5-hour. They're still going with the pregame show, and it started this morning. It's Yankees pregame. I'm like, holy shit. They're doing a 12-hour like Glenn and Eric. I know where they got that idea.
They ain't messing around.
It's also, Eric, this is the fun when you can tune in and, now with technology, you're not stuck with just your transistor radio in your local market. I'm listening to that, Eric, and the sports talk and the breakdown. I mean, half of the fun is just the build-up to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a bit. Hey, I see a lot of people talk about Buster's press conference. We will talk about that on our last post game. He had his end of season presser, and we could break that down tonight, right around 9 o'clock. I think that's what time we went yesterday with around 9:15 with the freaking. It would have been done. We would have gone earlier if the damn Dodgers didn't hit so many freaking home runs.
Eric, can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
Can I please check out and go watch the Cubs game?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hey,
all right, guys. We will be back after the Padres and Cubs, which is going to be momentarily because they're already in the 5th inning. So we'll be back here soon, and we'll get into that. And, of course, looking forward to that Yankees-Red Sox.
We'll have a little chatter amongst ourselves in the chat before that one should be getting ready to go. By the time we finish off our next show, they should be getting ready to go to the broadcast. So looking forward to it, Eric. Good job,
guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.